So Delacqua, we are going to have a really good conversation around enriching these women to bloom into their next season. But let's talk about what hinders us sometimes for really becoming that and doing what we need to do.
I think a lot of times things that hold us back is family. We want to be people pleasers. And sometimes when you're growing, their perception of you holds you back because you don't want it to change. You know, I've had many experiences with family wanting to keep me in a box and not let me be the grown woman that I am today. Just because, you know, they see you in a certain light. You know, you the little baby, you the little boo. They never want you to grow up. So when you begin to grow up and start operating in your purpose, in your power, sometimes they have a hard time recognizing that power.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I will say is not for them to recognize that power, it's for us individually to recognize that power that is on the inside of us.
I think it's a little hard sometimes because the people who know us best, they don't address us the way that we want to be addressed. So sometimes it might hinder our confidence. Maybe my family and friends don't see me as the person that I'm trying to be. So maybe I really can't be that person since they don't see it. But we have to understand that your family and your friends, they only see you from the perspective that they are, right? They're not growing with you. They don't have the vision that you have. And so it's up to you to push past that and develop the skills necessary to help you keep going and be successful at what you want.
I think also one of the things is when you start growing and when you start developing, in conversation, you have to make people rise up to where you are in conversation.
Yes.
You know, sometimes people will address you based upon past experience in those conversations.
And you got to check them.
You got to check them. And I always say, if we're growing and we're growing rapidly because we are doing evaluations of ourselves, self-reflection, who I was 30 days ago is not who I am today. So my conversation and the manner that I address issues, the way I communicate is going to be different. So I think it's very important that we set those healthy boundaries in conversations for people to rise to the occasion.
I agree. And I'm going to say this quickly because communication is key in any endeavor, whether it's relationships or work, anything. You're traveling the world, you need to know how to communicate. So maybe that's your first step, practicing different forms of communication so that you can get your point across to the person that you're talking to. Sometimes we have to maybe dumb down the things that we know just so that someone else can understand, because understanding breeds acceptance, and that is really the goal here.
Acceptance. Okay, so when we talk about acceptance, when we're looking at that word, the first obligation to that is us accepting our growth, us accepting who we are, us accepting our gifts, our talents, and our purpose. When you understand that, at the end of the day, that inner validation that you may be seeking from family because they're holding you back, you really have to take the power back and give yourself that inner acceptance and validation that you need that will push you forward into your purpose for the next level. Again, it's blooming season.
Talking about giving you the tools to make all of this happen.
Yes.
Y'all make sure that y'all register for our event so that you can get these gems that you need for your life. After the overwhelming feedback that we got from our last EnRicHer experience, we are throwing another one.
It's blooming season. How are you blooming? April is all about the month of abundance. So we're going to be talking about embracing your growth and your inner glow.
Yes, we are. And we're going to give you the tools to enrich your life so you can take it on and do the things that you need to do daily to get you closer to your dreams and the woman that you want to be.
So you notice that we're using the word enrich. We are not using the word empowerment because we truly feel that in order to empower someone, you have to give them the tools that they need, and then they take those tools and go empower themselves.
That's right. So make sure you guys join us. Read the caption, click the link, but register so that you are in the room to get these tools to take you to the next level.
On April the 6th.